Hello everyone, I am Nagavelli Prasad working in TSRR Center of Excellence, Karimnagar. Today I am going to explain you the wonderful part of human physiology, that is the volumes and capacities of respiration. Respiratory volumes and capacities. My dear students, to know the respiratory capacities, we should know some parameters like respiratory volumes. So there are four respiratory volumes are found by which we can determine the capacity of lungs. In that first one, tidal volume. So tidal volume is nothing but the volume of air can be breathed in, can breathe out during normal breathing. How much of air you can take, how much of air you can send out during normal inspiration and normal expiration called as tidal volume. Generally, without any force, how much of air you can take. Without any force, how much air you can send out is called as tidal volume. Its value is 500 ml. My dear students, just imagine you can take without any force, you can take 500 ml of air every inspiration. You can send out 500 ml of air every expiration. That's it. That is tidal volume. And second one is inspiratory reserve volume. In addition to tidal volume, if forcefully you breathe in, if forcefully you are trying to take air inside, that volume is known as inspiratory reserve volume. So my dear students, I want to tell you, if you try to inspire more air, forcefully you do the inspiration, what happens? 5 to 6 times more air you can take. Exactly, if you take 5 times 2500, if you take 6 times 3000, means forceful inspiration if you are doing, you can take 2500 to 3000 ml of air. This is called as inspiratory reserve volume. And in the same way, expiratory reserve volume. In addition to tidal volume, how much of air you can expire, how much of air you can exhale is called as expiratory reserve value. So my dear students, value is 1000 ml only. In addition to 500 ml, you can send out 1000 ml to 1100 ml air outside only. Forceful expiration, I am telling. Forcefully you can send out 1000 to 1100 only. But forceful if you are taking, in addition to tidal volume, you can take 2500 ml to 2500 to 3000 ml, remember. And residual volume. My dear students, if you breathe out, the volume of air remains in the lungs after forceful expiration. If you do the forceful expiration, even some air, the volume of air remains in the lungs, that air is known as residual volume. 1100 to 1200 ml is the value of residual volume. My dear students, what I want to say is, how much forcefully if you do the expiration, 1100 to 1200 ml air should be present in lungs always. That is residual value. Based on these volumes, we can determine the capacities of lungs. So first one, inspiratory capacity. So inspiratory capacity is what? The total volume of air a person inhale after normal expiration. Normal expiration completed. My dear students, normal expiration completed. How much air he can take? How much air he can take? That capacity of that person is known as inspiratory capacity. Simple, add the tidal volume with IRV, so that value will come. So already I told you 500 is the tidal volume value, and IRV value, if you take 2500, it will be equal to 3000, or if you take 3000, 3500. So if a person went to pulmonologist and doctor wanted to know his inspiratory capacity, that he can check whether his value he is taking 3000 ml of air or 3500, between he has to take. If he is not taking that much of that volume of air, so that the doctor says that he has some abnormality. Clear? Then functional residual capacity, FRC. The volume of air that remains in the lungs after normal expiration. If a person went to do doctor, so doctor checked how much air remains in the lungs after normal expiration. That is called as his functional residual capacity. That particular person functional residual capacity. It is ERV after respiration, after expiration, and reserve volume. When these two added, so functional residual capacity will come. So as simple, the volume of air that remains in the lungs after normal expiration. Doctor check the volume of air in the lungs after normal expiration. By that, the value will be given to the patient, whether he is normal or abnormal, he will decide. Then vital capacity. Vital capacity is what? The maximum volume of air a person can breathe in after forced expiration. Forced expiration completed. After how much he can take inside. That is called as vital capacity. And in the same way, the maximum volume of air a person can breathe out after forced inspiration. Forced inspiration after how much he can send out. That is also vital capacity only. So that can be calculated with tidal volume and inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. By that, for example, you take these three values, my dear students, 500, 25, 3000, 400. 4000 should, the answer is the normal value. If the person will not get the 4000 value, then he will be called as the abnormal person. Right? So means he has some lungs problem. Right? This is vital capacity. The maximum volume of air a person can breathe in. How much air he can breathe in after forceful expiration. Remember, forceful expiration after how much he can take, and forceful inspiration after how much he can send out. That is also vital capacity. And finally, total lung capacity. By adding these four parameters, the total volume of air accommodated in the lungs after end of forced expiration. So patient forced expiration, he did the forced expiration, like after how much air accommodated in the lungs, that is called as total lung capacity. Total lung capacity is calculated with addition of vital capacity and residual value. By that, just you can vital capacity equal to tidal volume, IRV, ERV, all are there. So by addition of all four parameters, we can get total lung capacity. So this is regarding respiratory volumes and respiratory capacities. Thank you.